Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. Many of you at home will recognize my next guest. He's such an incredible community leader, and he finds himself in a great new role. And here to tell us about that role and why he made that decision, we're joined by Michael Maidment, the president and CEO of Ottawa Community Foundation. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you here. Congratulations. You've been on the job, what, a month now?
4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still don't know what I'm doing, but
I don't believe that for a minute.
It's happening quickly, you know?
Talk about that decision, why you wanted to specifically take this role.
I used to joke that I was addicted to impact, working in the nonprofit sector, but, it started to become serious, right? You start thinking about it. I worked for the Ottawa Food Bank for a long time, involved in food insecurity. I last worked at the Ottawa Regional Cancer Foundation. So you dig into these issues, and when there's an opportunity like to join the Ottawa Community Foundation, it's all about making a greater impact in the community. I've been here for 25 years, met my wife here, raised our kids here, and this is now home, and I want to give back to the community that I live in every day. So it's become all about the impact, and I think this role of the Community Foundation really allows me and my career to make a larger impact in the community that I love.
Michael, for people who aren't familiar, tell us about the Ottawa Community Foundation and what their role is here.
Yeah, we do a lot of different things. We've been around for 35 years, so we play this great role of matching donors with causes across the city.
Right.
There's about 1,800 charities across the city. We work with a lot of those charities in providing grants to enable their work in the community, but we provide a unique support to donors in that donors or corporations can come to the Community Foundation and they can put their money to work in the community. So a large company like Rogers or a bank might have their own foundation, but a smaller company that wants to make an impact in their community can come to us. We'll do all of the work, all the tax receipting, all of that stuff behind the scenes, and just put their support to work in the community. So we play this great matching role.
Yeah, so then do you work with sort of their interests and their values to find that match? Is that really that role then?
That's exactly it, yeah. So some people just, give us a donation or set up a fund and say, we trust you and your 35 years of experience, put my money to work. And we do that, throughout the year. But some people come to us and say, look, I was really affected by cancer. And so I would really like to make a gift to a cancer researcher. So can you make that happen? And we work with that individual to do that. So we pool the money, the donations together. We manage a fund right now that's about $250 million.
Okay.
And so the proceeds from those investments is what we use to invest back into the community and make these grants every year.
In your role, year one, top priorities for you?
Yeah, really learning about the community, learning about the organization. I mean, I've worked with the organization, have benefited from the grants from the organization, but really digging in, I think, to the community and to the relationships, and really understanding, what the current challenges are. And I think, the big stuff like food insecurity during the pandemic has been huge. Affordable housing has been huge. So really focusing on those big issues. There's this old story that I always hack, but there's a family having a picnic next to a river, and they see a baby floating down the river, and somebody jumps in to save the baby, and then another baby, and then somebody else jumps in to save the baby. Finally, somebody says, where are these babies coming from? And they go upstream to find out who's tossing babies into the water. And it's the same for these issues, right? We can work on these issues, but we really want to get engaged in, the core issues that are driving them. So what's driving food insecurity? It's poverty and income, lack of income.
Yeah.
So those are the issues that I really want to learn more about so that we can be involved in making a bigger impact.
You touched on affordable housing. I mean, that's been in the news, as you know, for the last 3 weeks. Disappointing news to see what the province is giving to Ottawa when it comes to homelessness and support of housing. Were you surprised to hear of this, Michael?
I think it's been a bit of a trend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ottawa is in the province of Ontario. I think sometimes Queen's Park forgets that. We need that support here because we have those same issues that a bigger city like Toronto has. We're doing some really interesting things. There's a local organization called the Ottawa Community Land Trust. And one of the things that they're doing is they're going out and they're saving affordable housing from being developed. And so they go out for every unit that they save, typically there's, for every for every new unit of housing that's being built in the city of Ottawa, we lose 12 affordable units.
Really?
So these guys are really out there identifying these properties, purchasing them, keeping them affordable, and that's making a great impact. But there's no question we need more support from the province of Ontario to boost our affordable housing in the city.
We also need support from our own community, and I know from your previous experience, Ottawa always comes up and presents itself, and individuals and businesses help out. How can businesses help out the foundation these days?
Yeah, a bunch of different ways. I mean, if a local business wants to create a fund, we can certainly work with them to do that. Or an individual, tax season just passed. Sometimes making a donation is a great tax solution, so we can work with individuals and their advisors, to offer that to them. Or people, if they're passionate about a cause, contact us. We've got over 1,000 funds that we've created focused on all kinds of different issues in the community. Contact us, and we can put your donation to work on one of those issues in the community that you're passionate about.
Michael, I know you're one of many team members. Are there volunteer opportunities available too within the foundation?
Yeah, mostly around the board.
Okay.
So the board of directors, the investment committee, so that fund that gets managed, that's all managed by volunteers. So that's mostly the volunteer opportunities, because we're providing the grants to the organizations with their sleeves rolled up on the ground. So the volunteer opportunities from a community work point of view are with those organizations on the ground.
Yeah, and is the foundation, does it act as a resource as well? Like, the website, can you go and see where some of this money is going so that you can perhaps get inspired by something maybe you didn't realize you had a connection to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that 35 years of experience in the community has given us pretty good insight into what's going on and what some of the challenges are. And so we talk to a lot of those things in our annual reports, and we share a lot of data through our website, so people can get inspired and get that sense of how they can really make that impact in our community.
Well, congratulations. 4 weeks gone by so far, and I'm sure we'll be catching up throughout the year as well, Michael. Really appreciate you spending time with us today. Thanks so much. You can find out more information at ocf-fco.ca. We'll be right back with more Daytime right after this.